Hi, this is Mr. Wong with Wong Way Counseling. Today we're going to visit online to go to Career Zone. This is one of my favorite websites. It's really simple and it's great for middle school students especially. And we're going to explore what's called an interest inventory. Interest inventory is a great way for parents and students together or individually to research and find out what personalities we have. So I clicked on the first button and we're going to click on Interest Profiler. And it says discover what your interests are and how they relate to the world of work. The Interest Profiler helps you decide what kinds of occupations and jobs you might want to explore based on your interests. So if you're very analytical, then you would be great in maybe accounting or in engineering, but it's very important that we start matching up personality types with career exploration. So we're going to select an option below, start a new interest profile. We're going to click on go to new interest profile. We have two options. There's a mini and then there's a 60 question one. So we're going to go with the mini one. But if you have more questions, then chances are they're going to get an in-depth, more analysis of personality types. Based on what questions and how they're answered. So we're going to do the 30 question one. Interest profile 30 questions. You're going to type in strong dislike, unsure based on what you read. And this is what's very important, I think, for parents to follow along, is so they can help their child with the vocabulary. Because a lot of times they don't know whether they should dislike or like because they don't understand what the job detail is. So as you make your choice in the interest profiler, try not to think about whether you have enough education or training to perform the activities. More importantly, is this something you would like to do? This is not a test. There's no right or wrong answers, and please don't speed through. Take your time and answer them based on how you feel. First one is, would you prefer to build kitchen cabinets? Actually, I'm a very hands-on person, but I don't have the complete patience to do the kitchen cabinets. So I'm kind of maybe right in the middle. Develop a new medicine. This is actually what my older brother does. He works on the pharmaceutical side of the industry. This would be really exciting for me if I could find the next cure for cancer. Write books or plays. Oh, I love writing, and I like plays. I'm very creative. Teach an individual an exercise routine. Actually, I like it. I actually coached wrestling for many years. Sounds just like what I like to do. Buy, sell stocks and bonds. I actually went before teaching and before counseling. Got a Series 6 and 63 and sold mutual funds. So this was enjoyable. Not as enjoyable. It was kind of stressful for me. Develop a spreadsheet using computer software like Excel. That sounds not too exciting. I'm gonna go with that one. Repair household appliances. Actually, I do. I don't like to spend money on fixing things. I do it myself. Conduct chemical experiments. Ooh, I'm not a big fan. It sounds fun, but I'm not looking to get burnt. Compose or arrange music. No. Give career guidance to people. Hey, that's something I really like to do. Operate a beauty salon or barbershop. I used to cut my fraternity brother's hairs while I was in college. Install software across computers on a large network. Probably not. Assemble electronic parts. Examine blood samples using a microscope. Ooh, microbiology, it sounds like. No. Create special effects for movies. That's what I like to do. I like making videos. I like doing creative stuff. Do volunteer work at a nonprofit organization? I'm really not into the nonprofit as much. Start your own business. That would be fun. Keep shipping and receiving records. A lot of times students do not understand this. This is more accounting, keeping track of what comes in, what has been shipped out, and make sure nothing has been missing. Doesn't sound too exciting to me. Test the quality of parts before shipment. Well, that'd be kind of fun. Develop a way to better predict the weather. Oh, everybody needs that. Write scripts for movies and television shows. Oh, yeah. Teach sign language to people with hearing disabilities. I don't think I could do that. Represent a client in a lawsuit. That'd be fun, especially on TV. Inventory supplies using a handheld computer. Taking supplies. Indifferent. Set up and operate machines to make products. Invent a replacement for sugar. Ooh, that'd be neat. Sing in a band. I don't like singing. Take care of children at a daycare. I have 2 children at home. This is not an interest for me. Sell merchandise at a department store. I like to sell things. Keep inventory records. Again, I'm just not big into accounting and records. All right, let's see what the summary says. Since your score below are summaries of interest, they represent how much you enjoy each type of activity. The 3 highest scoring areas from an interest profile that can be used to explore occupations. These results should be considered in guidance for your career. So it says I'm primarily enterprising, artistic, investigative. So the top 3, I'm going to click on enterprising. Enterprising occupations frequently involve starting up and carrying out projects. These occupations can involve leading people and making many decisions. Sometimes they require risk-taking and often deal with business. So a lot of people with enterprising personalities are going to be risk takers. They're going to like to start their own businesses. They're not going to want to work for other people. And that's very important to know. They have a hard time. They want to be the decision makers. Somebody is artistic. Artistic occupations frequently involve working with forms, designs, and patterns. They often require self-expression, and work can be done without following a clear set of rules. So I like to explain this personality with students. If you're a student and a teacher assigns you a project and they say, go ahead, be creative as you want, then this is perfect for somebody who is artistic because they don't want boundaries. They want an open platform so they can do their creative project. Same thing with work environment. So somebody who is artistic and if they want to make lots of money, I always suggest they go into marketing. Marketing is a business degree. It's a business side of, and you can still be very creative and you sell products. Next one would be investigative. If you're investigative, these occupations frequently involve working with ideas and require an extensive amount of thinking. These occupations can involve searching for facts and figuring out problems mentally. So you have a lot of questions, you ask questions, you try to figure out why things happen. A lot of these people may be engineers. A realistic person or personality. Realistic occupations frequently involve work activities that include practical, hands-on problems and solutions. They often deal with plants, animals, and real-world materials, like wood, tools, and machinery. Many of the occupations require working outside and do not involve a lot of paperwork or working closely with others. So if you're a realistic person, you like working individually, you like to work outside, this is just something to know if you're going to do it for the rest of your life. So what happens if somebody's social? So people with social personalities, social occupations frequently involve working with, communicating with, and teaching people. These occupations often involve helping or providing service to others. So somebody who is social in personality would make a great teacher, a great instructor for technical instruction for human resources, and they like working in groups and like to help others learn. The last one is conventional. Conventional occupations frequently involve following set procedures and routines. These occupations can include working with data and details more than with ideas. Usually there is a clear line of authority to follow. So if somebody is conventional, and I tell students, very opposite of artistic. If you're conventional and a teacher assigns you a project, you are hoping the teacher gives you an outline of exact instructions to follow in order for you to complete that project and get an A. That would be conventional personality. You need steps. You don't want to be too creative, and that's very important to know, especially if you are working in a career someday. Accountants, they are oftentimes conventional because there are lots of sets of rules to follow, and it is not left up to being artistic. All right, so now you can click on and find out what different occupations are suggested. Occupations in this color represent strong matches. You can compare up to 4 occupations by selecting the boxes to the left of the desired occupation and then click on the compared selections from bottom to right. So these are the careers that they are suggesting that match my personality based on the questions and how I answered them. These are any sectors, job zones. You can click on here. You can click on these to find out what they do. Let's see what a copywriter does. So click on here. There's a copywriter. Ooh, copywriter. Number one thing that students look for when they look at careers is the money. Okay, so this is a pretty good salary. Average salary around 90,000. Annual openings that are typically open. They tell you the job zone. Most of these occupations require a 4-year bachelor's degree, but some do not. This tells you about the job, what they do on a day-to-day basis, right to customers and terms and things like that. Interests. People who work in this occupation generally have the interest code EA. This means people who work in this occupation generally have enterprising interests, but are also artistic. So these are the 2 areas of artistic, or 2 areas from your interest inventory, and why they suggest that I might be good at being a copywriter. Work values, things you need to know in order to be a copywriter. Things you may be able to do, industry employment, similar occupations, a talent director. These are the industries. So there's lots of areas to explore. You can see education training, broadcast journalism. These could be your majors that you study at college in order to get this job. So this kind of gives you an idea where to start. This career zone, I think, is great for middle school students. It's really simple, really easy on the eyes to explore. So you can go to your occupations, your colleges, take different assessments. You can take the longer assessment. But I hope this helps. I think the most important thing in life is finding out what you are going to do. Try to answer that question. Try to get as much information as possible to help you answer that question. Once you find your motivation, it seems like you get way more energy and excited to do things. So I hope you visit California Career Zone and you do the interest inventory and start researching what you inside are made of. What is your personality type? Finding out what your personality type then can really help you determine what type of career you may be happy for the long run.